Welcome back to Intables, everyone. So I'm going to go with you guys in the S&P 500. Again, this is the SPY, a very nice continuation on up today as we do have an inverted pennant that is playing out here, and we did break above it. Now our question is, what exactly has to happen for us to continue here? We are testing highs from almost exactly 2 weeks ago here at 393. Our question is, are we going to continue on past that? Are we going to get a rejection like we did previously? Also, this was our previous consolidation that we had on a bounce before we did continue on lower. Did have confirmation breaking into lower lows at this point. Again, this area of balance dropping into it, dropping into lower lows, dropping the body of our candle just below this point here and continuing on lower. So again, this is a very key point that we are testing. So our question will be, are we going to continue on higher? I'm going to go over our overall strength here. Now, before I jump into this, all I ask in return is you smash that like button. And if you do not want to miss any of our market updates or our potential breakouts that I mentioned throughout the week, hit subscribe. And if you guys are day traders or you guys are looking for intraday perspective breakouts all throughout the week, go to instables.com in the description below. And only for $15 a month, you guys will never miss a breakout alert today again. So let's jump into this one. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, again, we have been looking at our inverted pennant here to see if we can break above it or below it. It looks like we did break above it today. I'm going to go over exactly what our rule of thumb is when we do break a pattern breakout and what exactly has to happen for us to continue. I'm going to go over all this with you guys. Again, we do have Fed rate hikes next Wednesday, so we're going to make sure we do keep that in mind as we are anticipating that leading into next Wednesday. So jumping into the MACD here, as you guys can see, we have been getting that continuation on buy pressure. We did mention a couple days ago that we got a solid green bar here showing us that possibility on that continuation on up. We also did mention a couple days ago that we were pointing down for that possibility of continuing on lower, but then we did start to point up this week, which gave us that possibility on that continuation, and we have been continuing on higher because of that. Again, a very big pullback yesterday after Apple mentioning a decrease in employment for 2023, and then a very nice bounce back breaking into newer highs. Mentioned yesterday that I wanted to break over 390. We had a very nice breakout on the day, breaking over 390 if you guys did play into that. Now, looking at our relative strength, again, this is our RSI. Again, we did mention that we had bullish divergence that was playing out here. We did have that continuation on higher. Now our question is, are we going to continue on with that momentum to the upside? One thing I really do like that happened today is that we did break above the median of our RSI, showing us that possibility on that continuation into overbought territory. But we are testing a very key point here that we did get rejected from previously. And as we are leading into next week's Fed rate hikes, I definitely would be careful. We're going to see if we do continue on above this, if we do have that possibility of jumping into overbought territory, which in my opinion, if we do have that possibility, then that does show us that we do have a possibility of continuing on above 393 to test our previous levels here at 412. Again, 412 is a very strong point here on our VPBR that if we did continue on with the gap up here and continued on higher, we would be definitely looking for that rejection as we have a very strong point here. We typically do have rejections at very strong points on our VPBR for a possible retest and then possibly that continuation on higher on a bullish setup. But again, very much overall staying cautious as far as swings go leading into Fed rate hikes on Wednesday. But as far as intraday, just making sure we are playing our levels. Again, as you guys can see, we were looking to see if we can break above the body of our 390 level to have confirmation on a swing to the upside. We currently do not have the body of our candle above this point, even though we did break above it today. We did not continue on past that as far as a swing goes. But as far as intraday, a very nice breakout here on our 390 level today. Now, the rule of thumb with pattern breakouts is that you typically do want to see a retest. As you guys can see today, we did come up to 393, our previous highs that we had from a couple weeks ago. We did have that rejection. We didn't continue on past it and continue to just rocket past it, is because this is a very strong point that we do need to make sure we can retest to make sure we can continue on with strength to the upside. And again, if we do not get a healthy break and a retest to continue on higher, then we will not continue on higher. We will get a large rejection. Overall, a very strong move today as we are still sitting over 393 going to extended hours. We'll see if we go into open. We do hold 393 to see if we can continue to gap up. But again, if I was looking to play to the downside leading into FOMC Fed hikes, I definitely would be looking for that possible white shaded line to come in here on the MACD to see if we do get that decrease in buy pressure. And the reason why I say that is because we have been breaking into higher highs. However, we have not been increasing in buy pressure here, which could show us a short-term possible rejection coming in soon if we do not get that increase in buy pressure coming in really soon. So we're going to see if we do get that rejection leading to Fed rate hikes next Wednesday. That's exactly what I would be looking for to get that decrease in momentum to the upside. But again, as far as swings and longs, just making sure we are staying patient because we are leading into Fed rate hikes next Wednesday. We're not exactly sure if we're going to get a 100 basis point hike or a 75 basis point hike. We are still unsure. A lot of Feds have been going back and forth about it over the weekend. It's been a crazy last couple weeks with Feds going back and forth since we had that increase in CPI. Again, a very large increase in CPI at 0.5 versus our previous increase in CPI at 0.3. So we're going to stay cautious, see exactly what the Feds have to say leading into next Wednesday. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you are looking for intraday perspective breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instables room, go to instables.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instables that come over every single day and support the channel, I appreciate every one of you guys. Seriously, you guys do mean a lot to me, and we will continue to go at it. Stay patient, take what the market gives us. Again, a nice breakout here on an inverted pennant, typically placed to the downside. We're going to see if this inverted pennant does continue, or if we do get that rejection here because it is an inverted pennant. We'll see exactly how the market plays out here. If we do get our EMA lines to continue on above the median of our MACD, is exactly, again, overall what we're looking for to get that strength to the upside. Again, a lot of people will be calling a bottom. If these EMA lines do cross above the median of our MACD, a ton of people will be calling for the bottom at that point. So we'll see exactly what the market holds, what exact momentum we get leading into next Wednesday. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.